Welcome to my mystery knit-along information. In this video I will be giving you instructions regarding part 1 in clue 1, and the first thing I'm going to show you is how to wrap and turn. There are other videos on this technique, but I'm going to show you anyway. I have now knit to the part of the row where I'm ready to wrap and turn. And the first thing you do is that you bring your yarn to the front of your work between the needles. Then you simply move the stitch, take it as if to purl it, move it from the left needle to the right needle, and move the yarn to the back of your work. Then you have wrapped the stitch, and now it's time for the turn. And then you just put your stitch back from the left needle to the right, and remove the yarn again to the back of your work, and then you can work the next row as planned. Here we are again, and I'm going to show you a slightly different method that does the exact same thing. Yarn to the front, move the stitch, yarn to the back, and then you can just move the stitch back before you turn. Does exactly the same thing. Turn your work and yarn to the back. And then you just work your row. And this is row 8. We're about to work the cable. I don't use a regular cable needle because I don't like them, but I use the DPN instead. What you do is you just take 3 stitches and move them to your extra needle or your cable needle. Then you knit one through the back loop and purl one. Don't let my Norwegian purling bother you. And then knit one through the back loop. And then you knit the 3 stitches you're holding in front of your work. This is row 15, and I'm going to show you how to double wrap your stitch. You knit one, and then you wrap the next stitch, and the stitch has already been wrapped during the wrap and turns we did earlier. So you just wrap it again. You do exactly the same thing, and you can see both the wraps. I will show you again a little bit later. And then you turn and just slip the last stitch with yarn in front. And now we have reached row 17. You simply knit one, and then you have to pick up both your wraps and knit them along with the stitch they are wrapped around. So you just pick the stitch up without knitting it, and you pick up both the wraps. This can get a little bit tight, but don't give up. And then you see it's just like you have 3 stitches on the needle, and you're going to knit or purl them all together. Just don't drop one of them and you'll be fine. There you go. And here we are again, double wrapping. And here we're going to pick up both the wraps again. Some people find it more comfortable. You can see the wraps really well here, 1 and 2. And some people find it more comfortable to pick up the wraps with the left needle and then just place the stitch from the right needle to the left, and then you just knit them or purl them as the pattern says. And here I have done the corner, and you can see the corner starting to form, and then when you start knitting again it will form like this.